Bring back. 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 Bring back.
Hey, traders. Good to see y'all on the Sunday. We got a weekly candle close coming in like 45 minutes. Wasn't live yesterday. Was there a point of being live yesterday? No way. No way. There was no point. Bitcoin's done pretty much nothing this weekend. Been sideways since sometime Friday. And yes, it broke what could be a descending broadening wedge, but at the same time, you might be confirming a peak here. We talked about that on Friday where, I mean, it's cool and all that you're trying to break out, but Again, you're still making substantially lower highs than the high from June 15th. So I think there still could be distribution going on. I can't even, it's almost hard to believe that how could there still be distribution going on? We've been getting destroyed. So I hope whatever's happening here, it pivots and rallies, but look what's happening. Just right on the 4 hour right now, MACD histogram. I'm talking about on this 4 hour candle. You made the high, look at this level of positive Momo. Then you make a slightly higher high, like just barely, about the same high. And then like significantly lower levels of positive momentum. And now this 4 hour candle, a negative Momo is beginning to build momentum. And that would be like the beginning of classic bearish divergence. Pretty much class A, class B bearish divergence beginning to play out. I don't know how, if it will play out. It could just fail and you rally randomly from here. But we are in a downtrend, and on the 4 hour there is a bearish variable here, and it could be confirmation high. So mysteries abound, right? Mysteries abound on a scrub breakout. Not much of one really so far, right? I don't know how you can consider that a bullish breakout when there's been like no price action, no real positive price action really after you just kind of went sideways and got out of it, right? So proceed with caution on Bitcoin for now, because we're not in a bullish trend. We're in a really, really bearish trend still. Sorry. And that's kind of it. That's kind of it, man. So about the daily. My God, dude, what happened to the music? Like, how did it get so quiet? Right, that's like wild. Sorry, that was weird. Should be good right there, or better anyway. Really on Bitcoin on the weekly. Not gonna be like calling, hey, it's a bearish engulfing candle or anything, but I mean it is covering the previous candle. Just going sideways after holding above 19,891. Positive momentum. Again, another wick, but not really any price action today. And you have completely reset the oscillators, right? Sitting on the daily right at like 35, clearly in the bearish control zone. What happens after you get substantially oversold, you reset the oscillators before you roll over again and maybe get oversold again. All right, so not too much going on the past 3 days, right? After the engulfing candle on the 23rd. Now we go to the weekly, because that's why we're all here. We are all here for this 42 minutes. It's gonna be like the first, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of crazy, right? When's the last time we spent 2 weeks? Like last week we broke the 200-week moving average. This week we're gonna like confirm we're below it, right? It's crazy. Like the lowest low, the COVID crash, when we went to 38.50 on that week, you fell below it for a week. But the literal next week, which should be now in present time, the next week Bitcoin got right back above that 200-week moving average. So what about the, hold on a sec, let me see here. We go back in history, the previous cycle. I mean, dude, I don't think, have we ever? Okay, all right. So there was like kind of August of 2015, we fell below it. Then we spent a week below it before the next week we got back above it. And then, just chopping around above, below. Yeah, so there's been times, but like, man, I don't know. Like that was a lot of price action. You said that was actually the bottom. Like, holy crap, right? You like Tweezer double bottomed down here back in 2015. So that's like it, dude. So this is really not like great. I mean, this is kind of unprecedented trash price action we've been receiving. But for now, well, this isn't even updated. Sorry, this is not updated, an updated chart. But we're still above that key level from history. But yeah, you are out. I mean, pretty much 1 and 2 on the top, 1 and 2 on the bottom. You did fall out of this long-term crazy uptrend. Okay, so let's go to I mean, why not, man? That's about it for Bitcoin. That's pretty rough close we're gonna get after a crash last week. Not much any kind of response besides us just crashing further. Not much of a good response or reaction from bulls this week. yeah, we got what, like 4 days until the monthly close, and it's like the weekly is never
The
closed.
MACD doesn't have to go much low to get hidden bullish div on 4 hours. What do you think about the fact that the price action has been sideways despite the bearish variable on 4 hours? Also hidden bearish div on 12 hours.
The bearish variable is just like, I would say it's a little early to be like it's underperforming. Are you kidding? It's like we just started building negative momentum. Man, there's been times when like you've had like 5 histogram wicks and no price action, and the 6th one's just it's a huge dump. So I would say it's way too early to be saying like whatever you said, which was, what do they think of the fact the price action's been solid? You know, it's the weekend, right? Too, so sideways for now. I mean, again, dude, you're working on putting in a confirmation high, like, which confirms distribution from the previous high, which is absolutely terrible, awful. But yeah, again, the verdict's out. Like the follow through has not occurred. Okay, so I wouldn't say that anything besides give it some time. Let's see, because if the TA is respected on the 4 hour and the bear trend, we should be going lower. If this is respected, we'll see. Okay, we will see. Because TA is not always respected, man. Especially after you've been destroyed, like crazy destroyed. All right, let's go to Ethereum, man. Ethereum. So it was like doing things, man. It was really like, hey, we were gonna take over the world, man. We were gonna flip Bitcoin, and then we're back below 1223, unfortunately. And yes, the same type of it's crazy, dude. This is wild. I think it's pretty cool too, though, right? You go from classic bullish divergence to hidden bearish divergence to hidden bullish divergence, and now classic bearish divergence. And you're just showing negative momentum now. So each time though, it's been respected, you know, for now. Like, right, the lower low, you had bullish divergence. It played out. Okay, then hidden bearish divergence right here. It kind of played out. It sold off some, and then the hidden divergence, the bullish divergence came in. And then you continued up, and now you have bearish divergence. So it's like, is it going to play out? Well, falling back below 1223 is never good. You don't want to do that, man. You do not want to do that. So it does look a little bit better than Bitcoin's chart for sure, right? Because if this was the Bitcoin chart, then Bitcoin would have gotten all the way up to like almost $23,000. But Bitcoin's so weak right now that it can't get up there, but somehow Ethereum can. And I'm saying 23,000 because the date of June 15th, right? Bitcoin's massively underperforming Ethereum in that same period of time. Bitcoin underperforming Ethereum. You could look at the Bitcoin to Ethereum chart to see that. Whoops. Ethereum Bitcoin, sorry. As you can see, like that's a nice rally you got there. Trying to get back above 5.7 million. Look at that 4 hour. Yeah, it's that 200 moving average. That's a steel wall right there. Daily. That right there, the divergence playing out, but you're not really getting above 5.7 million right now. No. So, but yeah, just lately, Ethereum's been better performance. But going back to Ethereum, looking at the daily, I would say that classic divergence is trying to play out, but it's, you know, just another day of, like, you're gonna get a lot of candles, man. Currently below the area you want to be above. If you want to see 1420 again, you got to get above 1223. You didn't spend any time above it. So issue on the daily RSI, as you remember, Bitcoin's at 35, and then Ethereum, it just ran up to test 40 again. That's the bearish control zone threshold. You're still below 40, so still bearish control zone. Yikes. So it means there could be a lot of downside if market participants wanted to push it down before it became oversold again, which below 30 is oversold. So in the weekly, what is up? This is so bad, dude. The music is, oh my god, man. Every song I'm gonna be like different decibel levels to absolutely destroy the stream. I love it, man. So excited. So Ethereum, difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum, here it is, ETH, trying to get back above that 200-week moving average, currently is above it. Currently is above the 200-week moving average by a few dollars. and probably could close above it if all stayed the same with 35 minutes to go. And that's it. Not much. I mean, you know, after being like, after a historic drawdown, right? Historic, because we had never been down like 12 weeks in a row, right? What was it? 11 weeks in a row, sorry. Never had done that. And now we're gonna finally break that. Can you believe we're gonna break it? But us breaking that 11-week losing streak, red streak, not a very promising candle. It's not like amazing or anything. It's not like a crazy engulfing candle or something like that.
Hi from Germany. Can we check Uniswap coin? Thanks and nice evening.
Guten Tag, Julia. I went to a beer garden yesterday with all my friends. It was fun. Had like a huge beer stein. Thank you. Thanks, dude. Yeah, we'll look at that. So that's your weekly on Ethereum. Let's go to Binance Coin. Well, Binance Coin, same type of bearish divergence going on here on the 4 hour. But you know, hey, it held above these key levels here. So so what are we discerning here on this stream? Well, the 4 hour looks pretty exhausted already after, you know, rallying a lot off its lowest low so far. I mean, there was divergence, an engulfing candle back above support, but now the 4 hours kind of saying, hey, that was a nice run. Maybe we got to pull back some. Maybe we need to go back test 225 or 211 to reconfirm its true support or something like that. That could be going on. Massive downtrend for now. Beautiful, beautiful downtrend, right? And Bitcoin has its own like beautiful downtrend, but for now, BNB, I guess you're safe. You're safe above $210. Below 210 is $40 eventually, and you will believe it when it happens if we do break that level, like resoundingly, not like fake out stuff, because we got a true textbook fake out recently. Still sitting, you're right around neutral, yeah, like 43. So you're a little outside of the bearish control zone on the RSI. So the weekly, you haven't even touched that 200-week moving average yet, right? 158. Wow, that's crazy. As Bitcoin's below it, Ethereum is just now barely back above it, and then BNB hasn't even tested it yet, never tested it. So this is what we're talking about. It's just this level. You can clearly see it. You're trying to hold it, but what happens if like bad price action comes in the next week and you could just engulf this? This isn't really much of a great candle. It's just, okay, cool. We stopped selling, man. 10 out of 11 weeks were terrible, and this week was green. So a little relief, if you want to call it that. I don't say there's much any kind of divergence or anything on the weekly right now. You're still like very much in the bearish control zone at like 33.4. Yeah, man, I don't know. I understand. You know, you could try to take along and hope that it rallies up to 350 from here because it's holding. But just understand, like, if anyone was gonna ever take a chance in a bear trend like this, they better have. I mean, it doesn't matter what trend, you better have stop losses. When you're trying to take trades, you must protect yourself. You have to. Oh man, S-Coins get me thirsty, man. Already, wow. Gonna be a long stream, man. All right, so I've been looking at some of these altcoins on the weekly. Let me go to Bitcoin and show you the channel I got. I mean, I've had this here. I showed it on stream like a couple weeks ago. But here it is. Just like, hey, you got yourself a downtrend. It's a really nice downtrend. You understand like the bottom of the channel is like 11K or something, right? I wouldn't even worry about it so much. It just helps you, again, conceptualize. It's off, man. Helps you conceptualize the trend we are in, which is lower highs, lower lows. If, you know, you're not going to regard that, you just look left at support resistance and you think like, I know we got 17.1. I really think like if you're falling below like 19.891 or whatever for real for long, I mean 14K would be like the hard target from there. So far the price action, you know, it locally was some good stuff, but when green impulse candle, when huge buy order that pushes us up for a nice retrace, when it hasn't really happened yet. I like the local touches, you know, from previous levels, right? It was the first time ever regarded as support, so that's cool, but that could just be a temporary pause before marking down again. So it's really hard trusting anything in this market, even if you're so wiped out right now. Okay, let's look at total real quick.
I like turtles.
There's bears out here.
Really nothing has changed, you know, since I last spoke to y'all on Friday. Nothing burger. You caught some bids. You caught a relief rally off the previous cycle top. You've rallied a little bit, and you're just sideways. And today wasn't a very good day. And at one point, I know I was seeing on Twitter people were talking about we were back above. Total market cap was back above 1 trillion, but on this chart we were never above 1 trillion. Today we got to 966 billion here. 1 trillion's way up here. So I'm sure maybe on some other chart it would say that, but this one, no. Okay. That's it, dude. It's not much changed, right? We're gonna engulf, bearishly engulf technically. You're covering the previous candle. It's not a very big one, right? It's not like a nasty red one like the one from the 16th. Okay. Or really like the 11th of May. Who's the fourth largest of them all, right? We have to check every day now because they always flip-flop. It's XRP still. Barely, dude. I mean, I'm talking about like less than $100 million. XRP is number 4, and then Cardano afterwards. XRP is right here. You caught a relief rally off the 32.5 cent area, off some bullish divergence, off a little bit of macro help with the index funds and Bitcoin rallying. So did XRP, but you know, from 32.5, it was getting above that 38 cents. It hit 38 cents and has not gotten any higher. That's it so far. It's not making a higher high. It needs to recapture the previous highs. It hasn't yet. So it could, but it just, when it does, you know, we're here like almost every day. So I'll be sure to let you know when we're making a higher high. And that's it. Yesterday, nothing happened after that big 10-11% up day on Friday. Not much movement this weekend. So across the market too. Cardano down 1% today. I mean, it looks like maybe it's basing out with some divergence, you know, like a lot of them because they've been obliterated. But you're very close to that supply line, it looks like, doesn't it? Gotta wonder what will happen here since you hit the heart line of the downtrend, and then that was May 12th, and now it's about to be July, and you've just gone sideways, and you're finally today officially touching the supply line of the downtrend we've been in for, again, since like September of last year. Wow, that's a long time. So will you respect this? Is this where we start rolling over, or is this where Cardano breaks it, chat? What do you think? You think Cardano's gonna break out? What do you think we're gonna dump? Don't worry, I mean, this is, if you're new here, we look at everything. We look at all markets. We start on the big crypto market cap coins, and then we go to index funds or the futures on Sundays, and then we go to commodities after that, like gold. So yeah, if you're patient, which I know that comes in short orders these days, but if you got some patience and you stick around, you're gonna get to see TA on other asset classes. Crazy, I know. Gail says dump. Jorge says pump. Ash says dumping. Dumping or dump. Like, we're not technically dumping on Bitcoin. We're just not going up. So, yeah, we're going to look at stock futures too. So that's it. That's where you are. Critical areas on Cardano. If you can see it, we're right there. Trend is your friend. Trend's bearish. I don't know if I want to do a poll on Cardano, bro. So let's move to the next one, which was Sol. Down almost 6% today. But dude, it was up yesterday or 2 days ago. You know, it's like, okay, great. Yeah, you got back above 37.20, just a couple peaks from history. You'll probably go and touch that at some point. How about the 4 hour? Was there any bearish divergence that developed here? There was. Wow, you could just say you continued it. You got triple bearish divergence. Impending price action reversal implied on this histogram here. And you can clearly see it's trying to play out some. One peak, right? Then the higher high, the second peak, and then the third peak, even lower levels. Every time you go higher, your oscillator's diverging. That's bearish, technically. So 37.20 would be your target if the TA was respected here. Okay. Pretty cool how it was respected here. Look, triple MACD histogram, hidden bearish divergence, and it rolled over one more time. Now we're showing classic bearish divergence. Interesting. I mean, and technically from a previous high, a lower high. Yeah. Not really good. So pay attention to that. That's real life going on right now. Okay. So Doge that actually has boomed today. It's up 7.6%. It was up a little more. Wow, it went for the test, man. It did it. It pretty much went up to test that 7.8 cent area that was once a support resistance on the daily. It was resistance. It was support. It became resistance again, and that's it. That was kind of the target. If Bitcoin didn't collapse, we were saying if Doge was just going to keep rallying, that will probably be where it's going, and no higher. If it breaks that, that's great, but you just still need to get above like 9.3 cents to even be like, hey, locally we made a higher high. Most recent events, the lowest low of the whole downtrend, bear trend. My God. So it's cool and all. I love it, but so much more work to be done, man. Yeah, this one's make me thirsty, man. They made me thirsty. Yeah, so that's kind of, I guess we can look at the crap Tron. If you want to think that Tron's going to make a higher high than 8 cents, I got bad news. I don't think, like, I don't care what it does now. I think whenever it's over, it's going to end up making lower highs than these highs and roll over again to retest 5 cents. That's my opinion, man. Okay, everyone's got opinions. I get one too, and I think that Tron would not make a higher high than these previous highs. These two right here. Okay, screw Tron, screw Justin Sun, screw USDD, the scam, and Dogecoin and Luna and UST. Screw them all, dude. Screw them all. All right, okay. Let's move to another mark class, right here. Another asset class, which is the S&P 500 futures. Open down 0.22% on the new week. Been open since an hour and 38 minutes ago. Yeah, I think they're, if you know, looking left, there are a couple minor peaks on the daily. 39.70 you could run to. I think you could even run to $4,000, and it really wouldn't be crazy. It would still end up becoming a lower high than the previous highs if we roll over again and do some more scrub buying. Scrubs got to buy because they think they're missing out, but they don't even understand what lower highs, lower lows are. So, yes, man, a relief rally is going on. I mean, I could plot a nice channel here too if you want me to. Like, I can just do this, man. Oh my God, it's a brand new chart. Wow. Just like spot price we have on the S&P. This is how we had it. Yep, it's perfect. Manipulate this. Kind of like that one on the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. My God. You could have like that, or you could adjust to try to confine it all. Like that. Don't think it makes much of a difference, really. But yeah, your downtrend conceptualized there. You got stronger supports at like 3240 to 3400 or 3400. I think there's a lot lower prices to go in time, but yeah, I mean, just for now, you're hanging on. You dumped. You made your second low. There's divergence on the Nasdaq. I think you could rally a little higher, and it's like whatever though. It doesn't matter. It's a bear market rally until something changes. What about the weekly, man? The weekly, we got a really nice bullish, technically a bullish and golden candle on the S&P 500 futures right there. There it is, chat. We did it just like we did it on May 23rd before it wrecked again. So 200-week moving average 3,500. You haven't seen that since April 6, 2020, and then 2018 before that, and then before that, my God, 2011. So it's very rare, very rare when you are touching or testing or even falling below the 200-week moving average that we have not touched yet. I think in time we'll get there. All right, if you're just patient, eventually the S&P futures and spot price will hit its 200-week moving average time. There's no edge at all. There's nothing implying that sellers are exhausted on the weekly yet. Nothing. All right, there you have it. Pretty downtrend though. Pretty downtrend. Okay, we can go on. We can move to the Dow Jones futures if you want to. Pretty homogenous lately. Same thing. I mean, same thing. You know, on spot price, we're looking at the downtrend here. We're just more like looking at the lower highs. And horizontal line support resistance, you got back above 31,280. You could, it doesn't matter where you run to. You could run to 32,800. You could run to 33,000. You're probably just going to make a lower high than the previous high and roll over again. Okay, so yeah, lots of lower highs. Get it? That was it, man. Right here and here. Those were the two that let you know that it was all over. It was the warning sign. It was the bearish hurricane. That was it, dude. So again, we can plot a little channel here like we did on like that. Beautiful. It's a beautiful downtrend. Beautiful. I think eventually you go test 29,000, and then eventually after 29,000, 26.6 if you can't hold that. And that wouldn't even be weird based on Fibonacci. Not even weird, man. But great for, you know, a few days. Awesome, dude. That's like literally it. You were oversold in the downtrend. That's what it means when you hit the demand line of a linear regression channel. Oversold in downtrend. If you run to the top and hit the supply line, you will become overbought in a downtrend. Great areas to be taking shorts and stuff like that. We got 17 minutes to your daily and weekly close. If you're enjoying the live stream, that like button, the bell, sub. Okay, man. Are we cool? Can y'all hear me? Is the stream on? Let me know. Thank you. Thank you very much. We in here? I don't even know anymore. Here you go, dude. The Nasdaq. Well, I mean, it hit support. It hit 10,938, 11,000. Perfect. TA respected. TA literally respected like the Jesus. And then off that level, what happened? Bullish divergence, and you rallied, and you're gonna run probably, you'd think, to 12,265. Because when you broke it June 10th, there was never after a break you back tested then rolled over. It was more like you went straight down to the next level, and now market participants are pushing the price back up just to test 12,265, just to make sure it truly is now for real a resistance, when in the past, September 2020, October 2020, November 2020, it was resistance, it was support. March 2021, why not go up and test it again just to make sure it's resistance again before rolling over and collapsing? Exactly. That's what happens, man. So rejoice on the levels being respected pretty well here. Okay. That's it. So Bitcoin right back at $21,020. People are calling for it dumping right now. I mean, meh. Is that really dumping, or is it just selling off some, man? I get it though, right? If the 4-hour TA is respected, it is implied that a reversal to the downside from here would be happening. That's real life. That's just if you care about 4-hour MACD histogram, implying that buyers are exhausted in a downtrend. Okay? Not I feel a certain way about things, man. I feel a certain way. No, there's no feeling. It's just literally reading a chart, man. Okay, downtrend, Nasdaq. Down 0.27% on the new week, the new day. Beautiful, beautiful downtrend here. So pretty. So pretty. I don't even know why I just said that. Oh my God, man. Sorry. Kind of out of it today. I was drinking like a German yesterday. I told y'all at the beer garden, the German beer garden. Sorry, the party sucks, man. Right now, today on the markets, yes. Here's your Russell 2000 futures that it's open down 0.42%. I don't think whatever happens, I don't really care. It's gonna rally some more or not, and it's gonna roll over and eventually see 1600. You're in a downtrend, man. There could be a bigger wave up. Certainly, there could be an X, A, B, C, D. But, let's see, man. Like, just give it time. Who's buying, man? Who's really buying to move this market up, to reverse this trend? It will take not just one buyer. It will take the League of Nations, man. It will take a lot of people buying to make us stop making lower highs, lower lows consecutively for many months now, okay? All right, let's go to golds. It's the gold that, like, again, man, my stance on golds. I'm not particularly extremely bullish on gold, but at the same time, there is somewhat of a potential bullish argument here for at least a low risk, high reward trade, right? If you went long, you're pretty close to the level where you don't want to be if it falls below it. So therefore, that's why it's lower risk, because you take on minimal losses, right, if it failed. But if it played out, what we know about higher highs, higher lows, we know like midterm, the trend is upwards. We also are able to identify harmonic structures, which are highly reliable. And we understand that there's been some seller exhaustion while we're making higher lows still. So I think like all those present a bullish argument, but it could easily fail. I'm not trying to tell you I'm calling for gold to go higher. I'm just telling you we are looking at predictable patterns that have higher reliability, and it could play out. And if it did, you got the C2000 and 2070. Those are like your targets if it was going to play out and the trend was going to continue upward. That's it. But once it falls below 1793, a lot of things are happening on gold for the first time in a long time, where it is no longer making higher lows anymore. There's no more accumulation. Evidence. The evidence is there, written in stone on the chart. You can see the higher lows. But once you fall below that level, you start making lower lows than your previous lows, and that's bad. So that's why that's the cutoff on this. So not particularly extremely bullish, man. Just saying, could be a way to like play it and see what happens. We're willing to risk this much to look, you're willing to risk this much of the money you have to maybe potentially make this much money, right? That's reward to risk, man. It's a 3.41 to reward to risk type situation. And you got a little leeway where you go a little lower, just 3-1 right there if you get stopped out at 1775. So I'm just saying, just probabilities, man. It's not even about, I'm calling Bitcoin. Let me put my face on the thumbnail with my mouth open. I'm doing that. Silver looks like it's bear flagging, dude. It's bad. Yeah, I just, it doesn't look good. I think it might follow gold, but, it's just, gross, dude. See, it's different. It's so different than the gold chart. The gold chart, we just looked at it. you are making higher lows anyway, right? Midterm for a while now, right? For a year. This is only making, right? High, then the same high, then lower highs, then technical lower lows, same lows, then lower highs, now lower lows. I mean, it's not doing the same thing as gold. It's just not. So when it's not, I can't, in my right mind, say that, oh, I can't wait to long silver now. Not really, but it is holding $20 for now, but we know it's screwed. If it doesn't hold $20, $17, $15. Okay. Yeah, copper was destroyed already. Really, really bad. I think it has a lot lower to go. New week, it's up almost 1% though. That's great. It could very well come up to back test 395 easily, and it wouldn't be weird, man. Say copper has a week where it just comes up and does something like this, you know. It wouldn't be weird. Back tests happen every day across all markets, you know. So terrible. It was like Wyckoff distribution or rectangle that had a partial rise. Very bearish. Very, very bearish stuff. Just remember, when an asset has a run like this and goes sideways for a long time, and you notice it, like, you know, that 200 moving average, it keeps getting tested and tested and tested, and you fall below it and you rally back above it, and you're, oh my God, we're back above the 200. Then it gets rejected. Just pay attention to that. Remember that, man. Remember the late stage of an uptrend. You start getting below the 200-day moving average for real. That was a big telltale for us to protect ourselves on the S&P 500 for sure. We were like double topping on the S&P 500, and I was like, that's it, man. We're done, dude. This thing's done. You can't just up thrust through the 200-day and then fall below it, then back test it as resistance April 21st. That's it. I mean, right below 45, 30. That was it for me. I was like, I'm full on bearish now on this index fund, or all of them, because they were all doing similar stuff, right? Like the Nasdaq too, saying, like, right, it couldn't even go up and test it again. It was below it though. It's just awful. And you just look historically. When do we fall below the 200-day moving average? Only when terrible things are going on the market. Terrible. Like, right, bear trends, no trends, 2018 volatility crush and COVID crash, and now, you know, the great unwinding. I think that's what this is all going to be called in the end, the great unwinding, right, where $9 trillion globally was printed in a 2-year period, and they're now trying to take it all away because they were like, whoops, that was way too much. That was way too much of a knee-jerk. Inflation's berserk, super inflation. Yeah, we got to destroy demand, and a way we're going to do that is by making everyone poor. So anyway, so out on the anyway, we got hog futures, dudes, gapping up a little bit, just a little bit, and up 2.2%. This is your bacon. This is your sausage chart. Looks like, I mean, we might still be bullish on bacon, or bullish on bacon. I get it though. There's a little bit of bearish divergence locally. I mean, after you see a bear shark and then like Momo shift, it just like kind of, verdict's still out on this one, man. Could be trying to reverse. But what we were looking at last week was we had commodities, a lot of them got destroyed. Like they're down 20 to 30%. Or like cotton. Cotton was just so wrecked. I think it's wrecked again. Like it's down 4%. Wow, man. Cotton. And then wheat down. Soon to be testing 919. I think the top's in maybe, right? You're at inflection points where historical tops have happened, and it looks like you're doing it again or working on it. Soybeans, same thing. What if it was a beautiful, beautiful fake out? But yeah, it's up today. Great. Rice, still just so bullish right now. It's hard to be like, oh, the top's in on this. There's no confirmation yet. And then you got corn futures, that potential slanted head and shoulders pattern occurring at areas where historically you have always ended cycles. Cycles have ended here, always. Not Sometimes, literally always, the cycle ends at this level, and that's where we are. And that's where you're presenting a bearish shark with a hop, you know, April 20th, and now you've got a beautiful, you upthrusted, and now you are back testing the upthrust with the shooting star. And now we're waiting to see if this pattern will be confirmed. Once you break 725, it will be a confirmed head and shoulders pattern, but that hasn't happened yet. Not yet, man, okay? Oh, man. Looking at commodities makes me thirsty, man. And index funds and futures, you know. All of it makes me thirsty. So how about oil down about 1% on the new week after the engulfing candle and the miraculous back test, how you successfully held once you held it again, man. You just did it, but I have no idea if this W shape is actually going to be ushering in a complete reversal in energy, you know, US oil on the chart.
Can please check spell, thank you.
Check spell, yeah. Let me check my spell book here. Yeah, we'll look at it. What was the wizard spell in Harry Potter, dude? Check it, man. I don't even know. Someone in here knows the Harry Potter spells, so let's see this know. All right, so we gonna just make a higher low than previous low and rally again. I think you very well. I mean, like, you know, historically you've been able to make type 2 returns, and then that's when the cycle ends and we go for a full-on correction, because you know, but at the same time, a W shape in itself can be one time then the second time, right? Just like wheat. So I don't know. Commodities have been pretty shaky the past couple weeks, if you haven't noticed. So in recessions, though, they hit levels like this and then they collapse eventually. But natural gas, that again was doing great, but then quadruple bearish divergence developed, and then it was respected finally, dude. Right? If I can find it, what the? There it is. Natural gas, right here it was from the top, man. On natural gas to where it is now, down 37% in about 2 weeks, and this is it, man. We discussed this on Friday. All right. This level, if it does hold as support, there have been a couple times in history where this is where it goes to all-time highs. So we really want to pay attention to this level and see if it does hold, because it could be insane. It could be crazy. There you go. Expecto Patronum for Sivas, man. Yeah, thank you, dude. All right, we're at $21,000 and we got 2 minutes to the close. Let's go back to Bitcoin, man. Remember, 4 hours telling us down next, not up, but it is only the 4 hour. I get that too. Right here, it's not my feeling. It's just reading a peak, a discernible peak, then there's a valley, and then there's another discernible peak, and on that higher or same peak, there are lower levels on the oscillator. That is textbook, man. That's like, you can't argue. There's no argument. So one high, then a slightly higher high, the same high. It does imply that we go down next, but what I hate about how it looks is just these two peaks are lower than the previous peak locally from June 15th, man.
Can we take a look at XLM/BTC later? Major developments next year, including a bridge to Ethan networks plus some of the best partnerships of an L1.
So for people in crypto, you have to understand that it doesn't really matter what your favorite project has in the pipeline for its developments. It doesn't matter. Crypto is extremely, well, it's mostly the only thing, right? The main source of its movement is momentum. both ways. So XLM, everything, every crypto, downtrend, lower highs, lower lows. Momentum is bearish right now. None of your projects, developments are going to save your coin in the short term, mid term right now. Nothing. Okay. But that's great, man. Hey, cool, dude. That's. I hope it plays out and it helps whatever the protocol is. I hope it makes it better and all that. But it's not going to help the price, dude. It's not. Okay, there it is, chat. A new weekly candle. Here's the daily on Bitcoin that just closed. Technically engulfed. Technically covered the previous candle. It's real. Still in the bearish control zone. Then we go to the weekly. And here it is. It is your first weekly candle close. Well, your first weekly close after a break, right? Since 2015, right? Because you broke down March 9, 2020. The next week you were back above it and it was over. You never saw the 200-week moving average again until last week. That's crazy. 2 years, right? So the first 2 weeks below the 200-week moving average for the first time since 2015. It's been 7 years. But even in 2015, remember what we looked at earlier, the next week you at least went to go back, test it, and then the week after you then broke back above that. Okay, back above the 200-week moving average. So Seoul's bringing cell phones, dude. Japan's bringing PlayStations. All right, man. That's it, dude. That's your close. That's why we came back. And then you got Ethereum over here. It got its, well, did it do it? Oh my God, chat. We have to get the microscope out. Look at that. Do you see it like me? Do you see this? Beginning of the stream, we were back above it. We were like by a couple bucks, right? And then you closed the week actually back testing the 200 moving average as resistance. So yeah, man, hey, this week we just break back above it, we're good now. But like, dang, dude, what the heck? Are you kidding me? You did close. Traders settled up below that 200-week moving average. $1,200. You closed at $11.97. $3. I don't know, I'm really scaled in here, but that happened. That's real life. I mean, whatever. Anyone else out there, right now in the world, scaling in for you on a live stream, on Ethereum, closing below the 200-week moving average? Maybe. But we're right here doing it, man. So that's 2 weeks now, right? The last time you did, it's kind of not as sacred. The 200-week moving average is just not as sacred on Ethereum as it is Bitcoin. So last time you were below the 200-week moving average was July of 2020, really. So okay, so thanks for the 830 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button, that bell, that sub. Where Bitcoin has just fallen below $21,000 again. Did a little bit on the last 4-hour candle, but we just talked about the weekly closed, and on the new week, you're down $50, which is not much anything. And I get it, man. I get the Ethereum trying to eventually develop classic bullish divergence, but I think you could still be lower. I wouldn't be it's really slow going. Be looking at the daily right now, and you had bullish divergence, and it did play out, but unfortunately, you could never break above 1223, which is just a dead cat bounce from 2018. Not much of a real resistance, man. So that's a bearish and golden candle technically. That is, I don't think you want to be below that. The downside potential is so high. Look straight down, straight up, chat. Could we go straight down again? Certainly. Why not? Historically, all you've ever done is down, up. If you just rejected breaking it, you could go down again. That's a very real possibility. So I'm just saying. Remember the 4-hour bearish divergence. If the TA is respected, more down, more downside. Here it is. This isn't my feelings. This isn't me trying to make people feel bad. This isn't me being negative. This is just me showing you 4-hour impending price action, reversal to the downside implied. It doesn't always play out, okay? It could play out a little bit and then reverse to the upside again, and oh my god, I'm so excited,
You're
right?
good. Thumbnails always crack me up. Smiley
Is that a
face.
joint?
Thanks, G-Dog, for the 420. Shout out, Shaylin. Yeah, I was like, camping, things summertime. What about everyone go camping and then there's a bear in the back, you know?
BTC 12 hours hidden bearish.
Probably, dude. Right? Probably. I don't know if that's the case. What about Ethereum? Would Ethereum 12 hour be shown too? Ethereum is, yeah, of course. Yes, certainly, man. Eventually, I mean, you might need a little bit more price action, a few more 12-hour candles to see it continue to wane. But yeah, look at this 12-hour bearish engulfing candle on Ethereum. That's real bearish engulfing candle right there, below a key level. Yikes! Not what you were looking for. Bitcoin. Yep, same situation. Like where, yeah, eventually it'll be hidden bearish divergence. I think it might be a little early. You lose if you need some more 12-hour candles, right, to get lower, and then yeah. But that's a bearish engulfing candle on the 12-hour for now. Yeah, that's okay, man. You just were down $50. Now you're up $20, $30. You know, that's great, man. So that's where we are, man. That's just the unfortunate reality of there was lower risk, you know, higher probability outcomes at much higher levels. It seemed very probable eventually you were going to dump. And if you looked left, 20K seemed like the target. If you broke 28,800, which we did finally again. And now we've done that, and now you're in this new paradigm where we're at the levels where the TA was respected, and now it's like it's higher risk for shorts always after that, of course, right? But at the same time, it's not, I mean, like this little rally isn't performing very well either. It's not going well. So it's a little higher risk for shorts because the shorts just made that crazy, you know, play. And the shorts covered. But then now you got that other question of the spring back test to spring above the old cycle top, the engulfing, the rally. But again, to me, you know, you're either bearish or you're sidelines. It seems like kind of nothing wrong with that because I just don't think there's a strong enough argument yet for bulls to be like, oh yeah, I'm full on bullish. I'm so excited about it. It's hard for me to trust any of this stuff. So I don't care if we go a little higher, you know. Oh, here we go. GDP report on Wednesday. Exciting times, man. Recession, it will be. The Citadel sends out the White Ravens letting us know winter is really here, even though we already knew. Like, really? You're sending out White Ravens across Westeros when we already have like 1 million reports of White Walkers everywhere? Really? Okay. Thank you, dude. All right, so let's go to these.
Add DHI to the list.
What's up, Ash, man? Thank you, dude. DHIE. Yeah, dude, sure. Thank you. Let's see here. What was that first request? There are only a few. So he wants to see Uniswap, which was an interesting weekly chart. I was scanning and saw it, and it's like, yeah, I got to pop. I think it was that, hey, that news on the airdrop, which is funny. It's like crazy that they'd be doing that right now. I mean, I think like really it's not strong. You just made your lowest low of the entire downtrend. In fact, you made your lowest price since December of 2020. Awful, like trash. There was bullish divergence like there was across the rest of the market. Congrats, man. And you rallied some, and you're not even making higher highs than May 25th yet. I mean, it's the same high really. And you're really bearish, man. I mean, that could go up to $7 and that's great and all, but not a Bitcoin 4-hour bearish divergence plays out. In fact, there could be some class B hidden bearish divergence developing here where you make a high, then you make the exact same high, but then higher levels of positive momentum. That is implying a continuation downward. So we'll see. We will definitely see here, but at the same time, based on looking left, I wouldn't be that surprised if you did see $7 if Bitcoin continued to rally upward from here, okay? So even if you went up to like $10, man, $9 to $10, you're still like in this really nice downtrend. Really, really nice downtrend since like September of 2021. Yikes, dude. But dude, this thing topped out in May of 2021, man. It's only been a loser since then, for real. So hard to fight that trend. That is such a well-established downtrend, dude. Okay, Uniswap. So what were you saying? Anything? Julian, man, thank you again, coming in from Germany. It's cool you caught a rally because of an airdrop. But again, this is one asset that, remember, they do not hire developers based on meritocracy. They hire developers based on identity, right? That's it. That's really bad. I wouldn't want to be putting my money in something where that's how business is done there. Okay. You want the best developers in the world, right? The best for the job, not identity-based hires. Okay. That's your choice, man. You can put your money anywhere you want. It's like, I think the only one that exists that's doing that. It's crazy. Bringing that wokeness to crypto. It was eventually going to happen, man. So, like it even matters anyway, dude. They're all momentum driven and speculative assets, okay? This thing is going to follow Bitcoin, you know, and Ethereum, BNB. And they're all in bear trends right now. Spell coin. Expect a Patronus or whatever, right? It's the spell. Oh my god, dude. Spell's disaster. I don't know. I'm just looking on Binance. Is there another chart with more data? I don't know, man. Probably. Let's see. Spell. A little bit more data, I guess, right? Not really. Could you somebody tell me a chart? This is Spell on Coinbase. I think it has like a month or two more data. Yeah, dude. I mean, it had some divergence. A little bit of seller exhaustion finally after making all-time lows like 3 times. That's great. It played out. But when it played out, is it making higher highs than its previous high from May 22nd? God, no. Not even close. I wouldn't touch this ever. But you are free to do your thing, man. This is nasty. This is a rug pull. I mean, it was like a scam to begin with, dude. Someone's like, hey, man, I'm going to create this coin called Spell. And as soon as this thing pumps, we're out, dude. We'll never be back, you know. And I'm sure the marketing team for Spell was going insane. They were going all in. They were spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on marketing in Christmas of 2021 when it hit a peak of 2.8 cents. And now it's down at 1/100th of a penny or something like that. It's down 96% from its high. So that's like rug pull trash. That's all it's ever done. Hey, what's it done for humanity? What's its project do? Can you even tell me what it does, man? And if you can tell me, is it really working? Is anyone using it? There's no one using this trash, dude. Give me a break. And I mean, like, again, I appreciate the contribution, but dude, let's be real here about these scam coins, dude. Was it like listed on Coinbase because it was going to change the world, or was it put on Coinbase so the people that created this crap could dump on you and take your money away after marketing it to the masses, the stupid money? Based on the chart and the evidence, that they did that. Okay. Sorry, man. The next, and I really do appreciate it, Sivas, man. I really do, man. Just understand that, okay? DHI. DR Horton, is that what you're talking about? Or is there some sort of S coin called DHI? Nice, it's just DHI, sweet. This is consumer durables, home building. Okay. good to see that no one defended Spell because it's indefensible. There's no spell you could cast to ward off the amount of money you could have lost on it, okay? No spell. Cool, dude, that this asset did hit a peak from pre-COVID crash levels, February 18th, 2020, 62.41. So that means, oh my God, imagine owning right before that and holding this whole time, and inflation's up ridiculous amounts, and you've made no money. You're up 9% technically in 852 days. You just held. I guess that means so you made nothing because inflation technically kind of. You're in a downtrend now. You've confirmed a top, right? You confirmed the top in late December. You can see even here, the high, then the lower high, the attempted rally, then you started crashing. Yeah, you're below the 200-day moving average, and whatever you do here, you'll rally, and wherever it lands, it's going to make a lower high than the previous high and roll over again eventually. And I think like this will probably end with a full reset. I think there are look at these gaps down here at 47 bucks. Another gap at like 42 bucks. Oh my God, another gap 32.50. And a lot of gaps down there. And I think you got probably a lot stronger support. You get a lot stronger support at like 33 bucks. Some more support at like 28. That's your big support area, and that's your full reset area. So, but for now, yeah, you're just in a downtrend, and you made a low, a slightly lower low, but you weren't showing bullish divergence. You were showing bearish convergence. So it's like your rally here, you might go fill a gap at 70 bucks, but I don't care. I wouldn't be touching something that looks like this right now. It just ran. It just went insane, and now it's pulling back a lot. I mean, it's down from the peak. It's down 40%. At one point, at its low point, it was down 46%, 200 days. So any rally you get, it's gonna turn into a lower high most likely, and the trend will continue downward in time. So yeah, you might catch a bounce because the index funds catch bounces too. So that's kind of it for like requests that met the criteria, you know, that keeps the stream going. So been live 1 hour and 10 minutes now. So if you're enjoying it, hit the like button, that bell, that sub. Be sure to join the Discord if you haven't. If you're new in here, you want to be in the Discord because YouTube notifications will fail you. I will be live now at normal time or at a random time because of price action, and you'll never get notified. But in the Discord, you will certainly be notified by Brad or me personally. You will get a ping, and it'll be like, dang, man, Mitch is live at 3 a.m. Wow. I would have never known that if I wasn't in this Discord. Nice. So that's why you join. But also, that's where the conversation continues when this live stream inevitably ends. Okay. 3-day candle close as well. Awesome. That's right, dude. If you didn't know, there's also that Bored Ape Yacht Club restaurant in LA that is no longer accepting Bored Ape Yacht Coin. You know, the scam NFT trash scam. Bubble pop stuff, dude. Big time. What's up, Dark? Yeah, we can do that, man. We can do that. Thank you, dude.
Can we check XLM/BTC? I only donated $5 before LOL.
You good, dude. You good, man. Thank you, dude. All right, so here's your XLM to BTC. Haven't been here in a long time, man. Wow, look how that first low ever from 2014 was tested again. You bounced off of it. And you are trying to get back above that 554, 574 area. That's pretty cool. Guess there was a little bullish divergence there, barely. It was like impossible. None on the MACD histogram. But I don't know, man. Like, you're not in an uptrend right now, but you did test like 396, and I mean, if it holds above this long enough, which who knows, it could rally and then roll over again, man. It really could. But if it stays above 554 long enough, dark to light, historically, look what happens. A lot of up and down. That's about all you get. Up and down, up and down, up and down in here. Thin order book, so 856. So maybe XLM for a period of time outperforms Bitcoin, but that's a period of time. That's not long term. That is not long term. If you look here, long term, XLM to BTC, I don't think it'll ever make an all-time high at 67, 69. That was the ICO bubble of 2018. And 99% of all those assets will never come close to testing their all-time highs to Bitcoin. I think BNB, maybe Doge one time, and then maybe one more. They did it. That's like 3 of 18,000 coins. So, yeah, dude. Maybe, I mean, I'm just showing you the levels because I don't know where this thing's going, but I can show you historically what happens between levels, and above this level long enough, 856, 897, but below this level, straight back down to 396. Dr. Light, that's it, man. We only need 44 more likes till a big number, so we can do that easy. We have the technology, man. I'm out of water. This sucks, and coffee. God, dude, I drank so much water this stream already. But we can do a bonus here, and we can just check out XLM to the US dollar. And that's kind of, why not, man? You know, we had that little wedge, and it played out, made a lower low, and then bullish divergence comes in, right? And I think this is still a valid wedge. I mean, it played out for real, but the divergence. I think eventually you go to 9 cents.
$21. STLD, Class A.
So Bash, man. Yeah, STLD will look at the Class A of some form of divergence. Sure, dude. Thank you. Thank you, man. Yeah, I think where you are, you're in this thin order book area. I think eventually you see $9. Things get real bad, you go to $7. I'm sorry, 9 cents. And things get bad, 7 cents, excuse me. And then if things go really bad, 4 cents. But yeah, I think just in this area, eventually you go test that 2018 low. And it was a low then, and it was a low in May 2019, a peak September 2019, November 2019, February 2020, right? Well, there's just so many touches there. I think eventually you'd get that, but hey, whatever. Yeah, I think there's probably hidden bearish divergence in the 4 hour. There's certainly, no, that's not even, that's actually convergence. No, there's not really an edge here, but look at this 200 moving average. Oh my God, it's so gross, man, right? Downtrend, it's like 200 moving average, resistance, rejection here, more reject, just forget about it, man. Just wait till 9 cents. You can be patient, you can lose 33% more of your value, right? Or at least 24%, sorry, yeah. It's just like, these are, you know, you just understand looking at the way the trend's going, it's just not, even if they go up, it's just not a good market condition to be longing. It's just not, man. Everything that you try to identify that's somewhat bullish in resemblance will just, it'll either not be reliable, and if it is reliable, it's just going to underperform, and you're not going to be able to get to equitable trade setup targets, man, on longs. It's just tough, man. It's tough times in this crypto market for now. That's reality. It's not being negative. Good Lord. Bitcoin's fun, man. It's just sitting at 21K. There's bearish divergence, but it's a new week, and dude, like, it's already been like completely eviscerated. So if it goes up more, wow, dude, you're not gonna surprise me if it goes up here, you know, because it was slaughtered, and I'm not gonna be surprised if it collapses again, because 4 hours telling us it probably will. But right, you had ample warning at 30K, 28.8, man. You had ample warning before that too, just before it collapsed from like right around 38K, 37K, man. I mean, there were 2 Black Mondays, and you were amply warned in here. I mean, like, I was screaming as loud as I could about it vocally. And now, like, you've just been so beaten down that it just, the trend's so trash. But so of course you could rally some more here, whatever, but it's just trash trend to be trying to, you know, long. I don't know, man. Just need more evidence that something bullish is developing, and it's just not really there yet. Glad you like the thumbnail. Like, yeah, dude. Well, I mean, that's like, you got a lazy Sunday stream. You know, STLD, let's get that over with. See if it, Steel Dynamics. Nice, dude. All right. Maybe we're on, yeah, I mean, here you go, dude. It's just kind of like an asset that it's been in an uptrend, but more recently it's been doing not so bullish things. Not so bullish things, man. Where it was in a downtrend from 2018 all the way to July 2020, it broke out and went to crazy highs. Was it the highest highs ever, or was it? Yes, it was. It was all-time highs. But more recently, you made a buying climax April this year, and then you dumped really hard, and then you made lower highs, and you now made lower lows. You're now below the 200-day moving average, but barely. There's maybe some bullish divergence developing. I think it's too early to even be saying that. First time below the 200-day moving average since February of this year. I think if anything, even if it was going to be a bull trend, even if we know it's in a bull trend of some sort long term, but like, what about a full reset? It is. You're right. I see why you're requesting it, because we're back testing that high from May of 2021, which is a really strong level. You can clearly see the price action correlation here is insane. So that's cool. You're trying to pivot for the first time. You're trying to react. You did fall below it on Thursday and then gapped up on Friday, and then you closed up 4.41% to close the week. As a steal, I just got concerns where, you know, you're not making higher highs anymore. I get it. You were making a high, then a lower high, then another lower high, really. You rolled over one more time, made the lowest low you had seen since April 2021, back in January of this year. So, yeah, it's an interesting level to watch. Even if you do rally, I think it's probably just going to end up making a lower high than 87.72 and rolling over again. And, you know, maybe we could get a massive harmonic, 786, 886. I would think maybe eventually $56 would be amazing for a harmonic long. But for now, I get it. I understand why you request it. This is definitely an area where an asset could catch a relief bounce and rally that could take you up more than you'd think. But eventually, I think it will probably be turning into a lower high than 87, $88. Okay, that's it on STLD. There could be a little more upside here, a little bit. Yep. You gotta be concerned a little bit, like how you made the hidden bearish divergence here on the lower high, and look how well it performed. It performed so well. Just like bear market performance on a bearish variable. Now let's look at Bitcoin on the monthly that will be closing in 4 days. Is it a 3-month closing? Yeah, the 3-month chat. The quarterly candle will be closing too. Here's your quarterly candle chat. The big 3-month candle. This will be the largest quarterly candle ever, or at least the largest red candle. It will take over the April 2021 crash, I think, by a few bucks, maybe. Where, you know, where traders settled up $24,300. It's about the exact same, $24,400. So like by $100, unless something changed in 4 days, it'll be the largest red candle in Bitcoin history. Price-wise, just to make sure you understand. The quarterly.
I guess new would be the same, but just for the sake of extending stream, take a look.
Sure, Ash. Thank you, dude, for the 15, man. Keeping it rolling, dude. Thank you. We'll look 3 months, and then the monthly candle. Sorry. Monthly candle is not promising. Like, if you just look at it, you look left. Could someone tell me on this chart where it actually, like, real support looks? I mean, it's already plotted here, but I mean, you're still above that wick high from December 2017, I guess. But I mean, just Why so little likes? That was a great question, man. You'd have to ask the people watching or not watching. I mean, it just might be that my analysis is crap, right? I have a crappy analysis and people don't like what I'm saying. So that can maybe be why I have not many likes, right? And that's okay, you know. I'm sure there are people out there that you can watch. They're going to be given analysis too. They're going to get lots of likes. Okay. So 14K would really make the most sense here on the monthly. 13,869. Maybe next month, I don't know. Save time though, 28,800 might need to be back tested one day as resistance. So NUE, yeah, that's on my, I think that's on my watch list. Oh yeah, it's pretty yikes on the monthly. Whew. So much downside potential. Oh my goodness, man. Here's your weekly on NUE Nucor Corporation, up 4.73% on Friday, but nice buying climax. Look at this weekly shooting star candle. Wow, what a beautiful text. But this should be in a textbook, dude. This should be right here. Someone email Bulkowski about new on the weekly so he can put it in his next encyclopedia chart patterns or candle patterns edition. Okay, right there, beautiful. Tier respected. So no edge yet. You're below 126. You're sitting right at that high from June 1st of last year, 110. I think you're eventually going to make it down to 88 bucks again, probably 83, and then stronger support's going to be like 65 bucks. 65 bucks. So I just what a nice run though. Incredible run, right? Oh, amazing. Maybe if you get above 126 again, we'll start talking. But I don't know how you recapture that high. I have no idea how you make higher highs than that right now in these market conditions. I think that was a beautiful top. We got a new week. We got a new 3-day. We got a new month coming. We got a new 3-month coming. Yeah, look at it. You know, NUE on the daily, below that 200-day moving average again. Not many times you're below that level, right? Unless things are bad. Okay, well, in case you haven't noticed, things are bad. Things are real bad right now. It makes the most sense, I think, to eventually see $92, $93 again, or $88 again. Okay. Yeah, I think that's where you'd be headed eventually if you're patient. We confirming a top here, chat? A little late to do a poll, so I'm gonna wrap it up. But yeah, the big question would be Bitcoin on the 4-hour. Is Bitcoin confirming a top with bearish divergence on the second top that is slightly higher or about the same as the first top in a very well established downtrend? And these two tops are substantially lower than the high, this top from June 15th. Distribution, where this many market participants do not exist in the market anymore. These people that left the market June 15th after the crash and then the rally, those people that sold to push that price down, they have never re-entered. They're not back in the market. They're out. So a fresh new amount of people that are gone. They're not there anymore. And they're still not back in this market yet. Okay, so, but hey, you know, the verdict's still out. It could just start rallying again randomly on a new week and pump, man, keep going, because we know, like, you've lost so much value in such a short, ridiculous time, like crazy crash, like one of the worst crashes in Bitcoin history, you know, a couple times recently. We get it, man. After things like that, hey, even when bear stuff shows up, yeah, you can still rally because, you know, shorts got to get squeezed and all that, but it's
I
bad.
took your harmonic patterns charts and started trying to memorize the retrace percentages for each pattern. Is that fruitless?
I mean, I have, like, the way I learned, you know, I'll have
What's up, Mitch? Great stream as always. We now know the EU announced they will take emergency action against the bond market fragmentation, and we Federal Reserve will follow. Please check out XLF and let me know your thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you, Johnny, man. Yeah, I'm not sure what the ramifications though that's going to be. Appreciate the contribution, dude. So, like, when you're trying to learn harmonics, the way I learned them was you have the book, right? Like Scott Carney's books, or you have his online literature, and you have it like all the tabs pulled up, and then you would just go to an old chart like sugar, like the sugar spot price chart, okay? And so I'd just be looking back in history of harmonics that have already played out, and so you'd be looking for them, right? Like, let's do it real quick. Sugar's topping out, dude. By the way, sugar, like, for real, topping out. You could just look. Okay, we could just look around at these charts. Oh yeah, dude, this is like topping out. This is done, dude. Sugar's done, man. Sugar's done. Sugar about to collapse to, like, really, like, it's over, dude, probably. Okay, you got like this bearish cipher shark, and it's just topping. But anyway, you're just looking around for harmonics. Like, hey, man, and you could be tops or bottoms, right? You can look for cycle tops and bottoms. So, I mean, like, it sucks because I had this one already, but okay. You know, it's like a Gartley-Bartley. You can see an M shape. You would identify the M shape, the reversal. Okay, that the bullish Gartley took you to insane levels, right? Let me try to use another chart. My God, man. It's like, God, man. Like, I can't believe I have all this data, and it's like, I just need to, like, erase everything I've ever done and just start over. Okay, so here's like the Activision Blizzard chart. You know, this thing, still long-term uptrend, but really been struggling. It got acquired, you know, like Microsoft or something, gapped up, and still struggling. But all right, so I'm like looking for harmonic bottoms. Okay, look, dude. Well, here's a, let's see, what is this, man? I see something. Okay, so it's like a Gartley that goes to the 886, right? Or it's just it's a shark. It's like a bullish shark pattern, right? And then when you do that, when you like identify and you plot it, then you're going right now to your source material, and you're looking through the book at each harmonic, and you're trying to identify and line up what was this pattern, and let's see. And so I think that's a good way you're really engaged with the material, the educational material. You're engaged with charts to see, like, what is it, you know? Don't worry about type 2 returns. You can learn about that. Just try to start. This is how you memorize just the M shapes or the W shapes, right? That usher in huge reversals. Huge reversals. Or, you know, you can go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's great, man. Bitcoin's all kinds of harmonics everywhere, dude. Look at, I mean, for instance, like, looking around, you go to Bitcoin cycle tops and bottoms and see what's happened before. Right? Like, what was this harmonic? How did the reversal occur on Bitcoin in early 2019? It was a bullish Gartley. How did that cycle all end eventually? With a bearish cipher pattern. It was perfect, dude. Literally perfect. So I think, and then you have your educational material with you, and I think that's a good way to learn this stuff. That's the way I did. So I don't know. I mean, I might be dumb, and you can do it better than me. For sure, you can learn better than me. I don't know. I'm just telling you the only way I know is like how I learned it. So that's it. So. Oh yeah, dude. Activision is a shell of itself now. Diablo Immortal, or should I say Diablo Immoral, a mobile gaming app, pay to win, and people have done research on how much it would require to get the best full gear set, and we're talking like close to like $50,000 plus. I think it would take $100,000 to deck out your character in the best of the best gear. $100,000 for one character. Yeah. That's Activision now. And it's so bad because it's not just so much about pay to win, more so than it's predatory, but it's preying on children with underdeveloped minds yet, right? They're not fully developed brains. And so what are they doing? They're hitting a button over and over and over, spending real money, but they're actually gambling. The house has the huge edge. And they're losing over and over and over, but eventually they win. They get a piece of imaginary loot that costs $25. Oh my God. But what's the worst part is the damage it's doing to those brain synapses, right? I mean, we're talking a developing mind that is gambling over and over and over again. They will become very prone and I would think susceptible to becoming gambling addicts or some sort of addict. Right, you're 16, 15, 14, 13-year-old kid doing this over and over and over. It's terrible. It's awful, man. It's like going to a casino with training wheels. But it's even worse because the brain's kid's like a sponge, and he or she's just gonna become an addict one day. So really, really bad. And so I have no respect for Activision Blizzard anymore because of what they've done. Okay. So anyway, we'll end it on that note. And that note, man, I really appreciate everyone coming out. Thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. Be sure to join Discord again so you get notified when I go live at 3 a.m. when we're crashing or pumping. And just until next time, respect the TA.